Aubrey Drake Graham is one of the most commercially successful artists, not only of this time, but all time. I've been listening to this man for like 15 years now, which makes me feel really old to say, and I will bring this picture up whenever I can. This is my brother meeting him in like 2009 when he paid $15 for meet and greet tickets, and so that tells you how long I've been in the Drake game. Yet from then until now, I've sort of had this like love-hate relationship with him as a fan. I think he's a genius in his own right, but his potential and like the best that he can be is usually not even close to what he's putting out. And that concept of quality is interesting with Drake because the concept of quantity is what perplexes me so much about him. On one hand, it's like, why are all of these albums over 80 minutes long? That is insane. They are so bloated, and if you cut the fat off them, then I'd rate them much higher personally. But then you say, yeah, that is why he has made hundreds of millions of dollars. But today we're gonna ignore the fact that he fills his albums to the brim just to break the Spotify algorithm. We're gonna go through every Drake mixtape, album, EP, and yes, playlist, and I will tell you what I think the best song is from that project, or the best songs if I can't decide. But first, I want to thank today's sponsor, Game Time. Buying tickets to an event can be a total nightmare, right? In this day and age, it should be much smoother, and with Game Time, it is. No more worrying about the best deal or wondering about your view. Checking out events in my area, from concerts to hockey games, is a breeze with Game Time. They've got insane deals for Aqua, Model Actress, a personal favorite, and I love scoring last-minute tickets in the under $50 section for indie shows or bigger events. Game Time is the only ticketing app that brings peace of mind. Transparent pricing, seat views, you know exactly what you're getting. Plus, they sell tickets right up to the start or even an hour after the event begins. Perfect for grabbing some steals around the holidays for friends or family without breaking the bank. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code ALPHOMEDIA for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code ALPHOMEDIA for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Starting out with 2006's Room for Improvement. Insert joke about the title because this tape is pretty bad and it only goes up from here. I'd like to say that the best song on this is the Kick Push remix, but that's mainly just because it's basically Kick Push by Lupe Fiasco, which is a good song, and then a young Drizzy inserts himself into the second verse, cosplaying as a fellow skater. I done got some contacts and threw the glasses away. The time it took me to get cool was After re-listening to Room for Improvement for this video, I would say that Come Winter is the closest runner-up. It's this very wordy cuffing season kind of song that utilizes good chipmunk soul, and there's a rewarding beat switch about halfway through. And when they talk about their past, the lovers, and you get mad at the thought of it giving. Next up is 2007's Comeback Season, and the choice for me here is pretty obvious. It's Replacement Girl featuring Trey Songz, because that song is a hit. This song is actual years before Drake became prevalent in the public eye and dominant in that pop, rap, R&B space, and it's clear listening to this that he had it figured out for a long time. The beat is a little bit goofy, but Drake has good flows, and it's really all about the chemistry between him and Trey Songz. It's been forever since I've listened to this song, and there was one part of it that awakened something in me like I was a sleeper cell agent. This album's for my fans, but yo, this hook is for my exes. This one is for you, girl. You know who you are, girl. Let me show you what it is. I was birthed up top, I was raised at the bottom of the map with a girl's all 2009's So Far Gone, which was released as a full mixtape and then a shortened like studio EP, is really, really good. The jump from Room for Improvement to Comeback Season to this is astronomical. Honorable mentions are in order for Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, which on paper should not work, but it absolutely does. Drake and 40 fully commit to this ultra atmospheric world within the song, and it is totally immersive. And then you have to mention Best I Ever Had, which on arrival cemented him as the king of sing rap, rap singing, switching back and forth between one of the catchiest hooks that he's ever written, ever, and then the line that birthed a million Facebook statuses: in sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on, that's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take that wrong. It's an iconic piece of music for that time.
Baby, you my everything, you all I ever wanted, we could do it real big.
But finally, my choice for this project is Say What's Real, spitting over the ethereal instrumental for Kanye's Say You Will off 808s. This is arguably the most emotionally invested that I've ever seen Drake. Everything is coming from the heart, and it feels like he's venting to some kind of higher power, and the production only enhances that concept.
Why do I feel so alone, like everybody passing through the studio?
For his debut album 2010's Thank Me Later, I'm going with yet another Ye-produced song, and we'll be talking about Find Your Love. I remember people talking about this like it was some throwaway from 808s, and even if it is a throwaway from one of the most innovative albums of the century, is still going to be pretty good. Realistically, this is not one of the better songs that you'll see in this video. The verses are really only a vehicle to get to the chorus, but that part is addicting and I could listen to it all day long. Specifically, there are these really lovely, warm keys that come in during the chorus that are the real MVP. Listen for them next time and you'll see what I mean.
I better find your loving, I better find your heart.
2011's Take Care is Drake's classic album as far as I'm concerned, and deciding what was the cream of the crop amongst this track list was really tough. Everybody associates this as the soft boy singing album within his discography, which, yes, honorable mentions in Shot For Me and Look What You've Done. Those are two of his more emotionally involved songs ever.
The way you walk, that's me. The way you talk.
What you've done, look what you've done for me, yeah.
But between a pop-year hit like Headlines and a real hip-hop song like Lord Knows featuring Rick Ross, Drake is rapping on this thing, don't get it twisted.
I might be too strung out on compliments, overdosed on confidence, started underground kings, looking for the right way to do the wrong.
But with that being said, I'm still picking Marvin's Room. It's hard to even put into words what this song is, how effective it is in the magic that it exudes, and its legacy going forward. The glitchy phone call coming in and out, two singing verses, and the cathartic hook of Drake being the ultimate hater. Truly, one of my favorite tropes within music is like the confident, self-indulgent maniac that's having a meltdown and is being insecure but confident at the same time, and you're not really sure what's going on. But then even in a song like this, which is like borderline ambient R&B, Drake does what he does best with that third verse of sing rap, rap singing.
I'm just saying you could do better.
2013's Nothing Was the Same is what I would call my favorite Drake project. It's either between that or Take Care, and it was a nightmare to pick one favorite from this album, so I didn't. Three favorites for three completely different vibes. Tuscan Leather is Drizzy's best opening track ever. 6 minutes of Drake spitting some of his greatest bars over this 40 beat where he flips I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston and then samples Curtis Mayfield for this little speech at the end.
You hype on tracks and jump in front of a bullet you wasn't meant for.
Additionally, Hold On We're Going Home might be Drake's best song, period. There was some interview I read where him and 40, I guess, were talking about how they wanted to make their own version of like a Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones song that could be played at weddings, for families, for people in the military, for whoever. Timeless writing and timeless melodies, and I think they succeeded in doing so.
Hold on, we're going home.
And then my number 2 favorite song from Drake ever is Too Much featuring Sampha. Again, I feel the need to touch on when Drake is being really authentic, vulnerable, and introspective, because these days it's kind of few and far between, in my opinion. It's amazing that at this point in his career, when he was already the man, that he can talk about anxieties and his family struggles, and you can actually feel for him. That's a testament to how real this song is.
Done saying I'm done playing. Last time is on the outro.
With 2015's If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, I was gonna mention a few honorable mentions, but The answer is energy, right? I think that in the years since this song, since I've grown disillusioned to this man that I used to really love and admire, the potential presented within this song is my biggest what if. What if the beats kept absolutely punching you in the face like this one does? What if he kept attacking songs in the same way and sounding as cool as he does doing that? The aspect that really tips this one over the edge for me in becoming all-time Drake stuff is in that third verse when he's like, nah, f that, I'm still going. That man is hungry and invested in this.
I got 2 mortgages, 30 million in total.
P.S. Isn't it crazy that these 3 projects went back to back to back? What a run. 2015's collab album with Future, What a Time to Be Alive, is solid, and the one that I come back to is Jumpman. When it comes to Future stuff, I either don't really care at all, or I'm locked into that earworm hypnosis where I'm just nodding along. This is a pretty iconic track that has at least a dozen quotable lines. From spending 2 or 3 weeks out the country, to finding his tempo like he's DJ Mustard, to chicken wings and fries, we don't go on dates. It's not the best thing ever, but it earned its spot on this video. 2016's Views is pretty blech, but it has my favorite Drake song on it. Feel No Ways is so sick. I'm personally a sucker for 80s pop songs, and we get the best of both worlds here between that 80s pop sound and feel and Drake doing his top-notch rap sing rapping. And in addition to those very 80s stereotypical Yamaha preset keyboard sounds, we have these very crunchy, punchy drums that sound like God. It's no surprise that if I was gonna add Hold On We're Going Home that I would add this song too, because Drake leans heavily on Jordan Ullman from Magic Jordan in both cases. He's the man.
Baby, we just should've did things my way instead of the other.
Again, with a project that is too loaded with stuff, but it has one phenomenal song on it. 2017's playlist More Life includes the tropical house, dance hall, pop, R&B masterpiece, Passion Fruit. There's a line between being subdued and showing restraint and nuance, and then just kind of being sleepy and lifeless, and this is the former. I remember Dijon saying something about how sexiness to him is finding relaxation, and I think Passion Fruit is a great example of that. It's this musical journey around time and different locations that is both personal to him and relatable for us and likable for everyone. Continuing on with bad song but good album, 2018 Scorpion includes the lively, charismatic Nice for What. The combination of Lauryn Hill's X Factor and New Orleans bounce is fun, and lyrically it's about empowering women, so go Drake. The song plays it pretty safe, but it's a celebratory banger, so I'm not gonna be a party pooper.
I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year.
For 2020's Dark Lane demo tapes, the answer is 1000% Chicago freestyle. And from the previous Lauryn Hill sample example to the feature on this song and the collaborations going forward, I think each song is great, but Drake is the least impactful part of them. While on this track, Drake's flows are solid and the lyrics seem pretty honest, the feature from Giveon here is the stuff that dreams are made of. This almost acts like a sequel to Too Much in certain ways with the combination of those aesthetics. Giveon singing Will I See You at the Show Tonight is the type of line that people make memes about with how heavenly it sounds. And similarly to the Lauryn Hill nostalgia bait, we have Drake on the pre-chorus interpolating Eminem's Superman, which, like, nostalgia can be really good. When it works, it works.
Will I see you at the show tonight?
I feel like I don't really know what people say about Certified Lover Boy, other than the fact that Way Too Sexy and Girls Want Girls are the dumbest songs ever. For me personally, the best piece of music on this album is Yebba's Heartbreak, which doesn't include Drake at all, so I don't know if that counts for this video.
I'll make it up to you, all of the
If it doesn't, I guess I like Knife Talk. I think Drake and 21 Savage have good chemistry together, and Metro Boomin plus 21 is like a cheat code.
Mr. Body Catcher, Slaughter Gang Soul Snatcher.
Similarly, for 2022's Honestly Nevermind, I would say Jimmy Cooks, because I think Drake and 21 Savage have good chemistry, and 21 Savage and Tay Keith is like a cheat code.
Pigeonhole, I'm a night owl, it's a different mode. I'ma have to.
And then for 2022's collab album with 21 Savage, Her Loss, I think Rich Flex, because Drake and 21 Savage have good chemistry together, and 21 Savage and Tay Keith is like a cheat code.
21, can you do something for me?
21.
Can you
And finally, to end this video, 2023's For All the Dogs, we have another example of a rapper carrying Drake on his back. I'm about to. First-person shooter Ribs, J. Cole goes absolutely crazy on it, and I like when Drake says the funny line. Within this video, you will see that Drake has made a bunch of perfect or near perfect or at least extremely enjoyable songs, but I wish that he would just do that more often and take off all of the filler. All of the stuff that isn't as good. Trust me, I want to celebrate the greatness of this man, but he just makes it kind of hard sometimes. Okay, thanks, bye.